Oh. And what did you do before? Oh shit.
That was just the screen itself. But here you got options too for that. It looks like you got options for what's this random?
Oh, I think that's the ad people. Oh, that's what that is. No, don't do.
Share screen.
Yeah, I don't want to share screen with nobody tonight. But that's good to know. All right, I should have been fucking with this before. Yeah, just make it bigger so I can see. Why you don't click on nothing because you don't know what you're doing.
That's how you find out.
You probably just added somebody to the screen. Stop. All right. How you make it larger for me? Hey, why do it keep doing that? You are just not no technical support at all. Like, look, now people left. It was 2 people on here. Now it's 1 person on here.
All right, it's resizing.
You're playing.
It's resizing because you're resizing the page.
But I don't want that part. Okay. Welcome to Grounded Dolphin.
Oh, that's 100 right there. That's what it looked like regular. Right. If you resize your screen, it's going to resize the chat box.
All right, babe. All right. We were supposed to get on here a few days ago, but we never did for whatever reason. So I just want to give y'all an update on what's been going on with me and Gus. So, what's this month? March. In February, we took off to go to Maryland. I think it was like February 1st, we left to go to Maryland. And we went there to give people some plant medicine ceremonies and stuff. And I had some personal stuff I had to deal with. At that point, when I was leaving the house, I had planned on leaving my kids and my husband. I had no intentions on coming back. And I had planned on just going on my own personal journey. But my husband ended up coming with me. So that was actually a blessing because the trip did not go the way I wanted to at all, at any point of the trip at all. So we met some interesting people there, some very beautiful people there in Maryland. And this one lady, she was on one of the forums that we had. And one of the forums that we're associated with is called African American Wiccans. And she had made a post on there 2 weeks prior to us getting there, asking for help, saying it was these spirits in her house and she don't feel safe. And so somehow my husband found this. Some other guy had reposted it and was begging for us to help. What's that? I was nothing important. So my husband asked me if I would be able to help her. So I gave her an hour consultation. Found out, huh? I skipped over there now.
No, you get.
So anyway, the guy had reposted her post and was begging for us to help anybody to help her. She didn't know what was going on and he couldn't get to her. So my husband seen that post and he asked me if I could help her. And I talked to her on the phone. When I talked to her on the phone, I could feel that she was a medium. So I told her, I said, you're just a medium. It's nobody trying to kill you. It's none of that stuff. It's nothing negative coming to get you or whatever. And she just said, I would just appreciate if you could come help me because I don't believe you. So I scheduled an appointment with her to go see her the next day and before we left, because this was 2 days before we even left. And so she tells me she was going to pay $850 for this lady to clear the entities out of her house. But the lady wouldn't come to her house. She would do it over the phone. So I was like, well, how can she remove something from your house not knowing what it is and not going into your house to fill it? I'm not that far advanced where I could look at a telephone and tell a damn demons to go away. That could be possible. Is it $850 worth of possibilities? I'm not sure. Not sure at all. Okay. So lead the way. So we end up driving. What was it, like 40 minutes to her? It was like a 40-minute drive getting to her. So I'm standing outside her house, and then I go stand in the hallway. She has a brownstone house. So we in the doorway, and me and my husband looking at each other like, ain't nothing there. And we was like, we still got to follow through. We're going to go up here. We're going to go up here. And
you should tell them that this is you don't do exorcisms. That was not really what you was going on.
Oh, yeah. My husband told me to tell y'all to.
So going back to the ad said.
Oh, going back to the ad that was put up, it was like, we need an exorcism done. Is anybody available to do an exorcism? And I was like, oh, I don't do that.
It's not my real.
I don't know how to do no exorcism. But you know what? The point of me going on this trip was to not have any plan, not have any appointments for ceremonies, just to go where the spirit told me to go. And I literally did that, and that's how I was getting clients. I just went with whatever I felt, and it worked out. So we get in there, I'm cleansing her house, everything is cool, and she was like, well, he's not in here now. And I said, what?
The courts.
Huh?
The courts.
The court. Can you come over here and you tell your story?
No, that's part of the story. You had to place the courts. Remember, they told you.
I don't know what you about to say. You want me to remember what you're thinking?
No, I said you don't skip over parts where they tell you to place the courts in the spot where he was at.
I didn't get there yet. Okay. So I'm in there talking to her. She tells me that he went out of the house. So she was like, I think he went downstairs to my daughter's apartment. And I just left it alone. I checked her whole house. We had a conversation with her cats. And I cleansed her space. I cleansed her. And then my ancestors told me to move the crystals that I put in her place around. To move them around, right, to a different location. Because I had these crystals that me and my husband mined for set up against her fireplace. But they wanted me to put it in the spot where this spirit always sitting. That should be funny how this works. But anyway, so I'm doing this, and they tell me, get the selenite knife. So I go get the selenite knife, and I said, all right, well, they must want me to cut some cords on her. So I get the knife, and I'm not cutting no cords like this or like that. I just take the knife, and I jam it into her stomach, and she jumped. She jumped like, oh, is this going to kill me? And I was like, shit, I don't know. I was like, no, I think I'm just killing the people in the spirit world or something. So I stabbed her, right? And then I cut it open, and I ripped it open like I was pulling them out. And my husband was just looking. And then I'm just like, no, you cool, everything good. And my back started hurting. So I'm doing like this, rubbing my back, like, okay. And I'm talking, and then I was out like that. I was like, I think something's wrong. And my husband said, I fucking told you. Because you were not physically healthy enough to be doing no fucking exorcism right now when you ain't had no medicine all this time. You not I was like,
no medicine in her system at all. No medicine in her system at all. She wants to take on the energy, whatever you want to call it, energy of somebody else or another entity that's on somebody, feeding off of them. She want to take that on herself, like, oh, I'll just, kick you out like Ghostbusters. And it ain't that sweet.
So anyway, she was good. She was feeling good when I did that. She was like, oh. And then she sat down, was like, I feel all vibrating. So I was like, damn, because I feel kind of fucked up. And then I kind of just slid onto the floor, and I had to lay on the floor because I couldn't move. That shit was awful. I said, honey, is this what you was feeling? This feel a little bit worse than lupus. So my husband had to pull this demon off me, entity, whatever you want to call it. take this bitch outside, and then ground himself to get it off him. And I couldn't say nothing because he told me, don't go fucking do this exorcism because I'm not healthy enough to do it. So that's what happened. We went to go do an exorcism and that bitch jumped on me. But she had multiples though. Now, mind you, she's a medium. So people come to her because she's a fucking medium. But this particular bitch was such a sneaky ass entity that when we left, this nigga came back and he said, I'm mad at you. Why did you bring them here to get rid of me? I said, motherfucker, I told you that nigga was trying to hide. So he wasn't in her house. He wasn't in her daughter's apartment. And what it is he's just an energy that knows she's a medium and knows that she can hear him. So we told her, you have to tell that nigga to go. He's not welcome here. He has to leave. So a couple of days after we left to check on her and everything, she said she felt great. She didn't feel that burden no more. He said to her, I'm mad at you. I want you. I don't know why you brought them here to get rid of me. And I just want to be with you and all this crazy shit. And she was like, I was like, well, I don't know what to tell you. I was like, but you got to tell him something. You got to tell him to get the fuck out of here or he going to keep on messing with you. So that was our exorcism. Right. And then, I don't know, I was talking to some girls at the mall and I was trying to explain to these girls what DMT was. And they ain't know what the fuck I was talking about. Trying to explain to them what mushrooms was. They ain't know what the fuck I was talking about. So I said, did you see the movie Lucy? And they were like, oh my God, I love Lucy. I said, that's DMT. So we end up going back to my girlfriend's house, and like 15 minutes after we got there, they was like, so can I get some of this, that, and the third? So it was like that was happening the whole time we was there. We didn't have no appointments planned or anything. And it also made me appreciate what I have. Because I went through a lot of stuff on this trip. I had something personal happen to me, to my mind, not my physical body, to my mind. And it was a hard blow for me. But my husband was there to protect me and take care of me. So I was fortunate. And when I got back to my house, I was able to truly appreciate my house and my family. So it was a great journey for me. And I'm feeling really good now. So I lost like a lot of medicine on the trip. I left a box in a fucking rental car. And I was devastated. I said, no, come back to me. Oh, please. And we just want to give y'all an update on what was going on. What else let me talk about?
That was it, the exorcist story. Everybody said you should.
Oh, let me talk to y'all about that video I put up of those images. Mm-hmm. Sometimes, all the times, well, 90% of the times, I always do what I'm told by spirit. Mm-hmm. I said 90% of the time as of the last few weeks. Why are you being rude? So I'm obedient to spirit, right? See, you made me forget what I was going to say. That's dirty. What was I talking about? Spirit told me to do something. Why you do that?
Yeah, you did it immediately, like we all do. We all be obedient.
I don't know what the hell I was about to say. I can't believe you did that.
We all do what we're supposed to do. That's why there ain't no problems on the earth. That's why it's peace in the earth right now.
Oh, now you're being sarcastic.
No, I'm just saying.
What do you think about our trip across country? What'd you learn? Would you say enough is enough? Like what?
Flying first class or enjoying the luxuries.
What the hell do that got to do with what we talking about?
Are very real.
What the fuck is you talking about?
don't talk down about people who have luxurious things.
That's your lesson.
Because those are very real things. Just as real as the poverty has been for us who have gone through poverty and lived that life, it's very real. Well, luxury is very real too. And
we bougie as shit is what my husband trying to say. We bougie. And then we will not be traveling back east for any more ceremonies. We will be shifting locations.
Well, because we're not gonna be flying all crap. I'm talking about just that. It's flying and people.
I'm talking about the culture, the cities, the rats.
Oh, cities. Oh, you don't like rats?
The rats. Like we was at Oohs and Ahs in DC.
Oh, we wasn't at
we come out this restaurant.
We wasn't at Oohs and Ahs. We're not coming at Oohs and Ahs. We was in their neighborhood where their store is at.
He said, wait. I'll never be paying attention to this. How are you able to know the entities feeding off the lady?
Oh, how was I able to know that?
For me, I just feel it.
I can see it.
My husband can see them, but I can smell them. That's all. I don't know how else to say that. I don't know. We was doing this though before we woke up and all this shit. He was always being able to see them, and I've always been able to smell evil. And evil does have a scent. It does. Yeah, that was just the other question we had about the entities. It was just that being able to.
Wait,
know.
Did he say? Was that a question?
Yeah, he said, "How do you know?"
Yeah, it's hard to.
It's hard to explain. It's hard to.
I mean,
another thing my husband said to me too. I'm sorry to interrupt you. He said that he could see that when I was doing an exorcism on her. Oh, okay, go ahead. I just didn't forget. Go ahead.
No, when she was doing the where you going, baby? No, I don't like the camera.
Go ahead, talk. Jesus.
When she was doing the knife cut, right? All right. So she's doing the knife cutting, and we both kind of decided we would just go with whatever our spirit tells us to do. So for her, spirit was telling her to get the knife and swing it a certain way, and so she just did that. But me on the outside, I'm just playing a protective role, so I'm looking at how things are transpiring in the spirit realm. And what I was able to see was just the energy is on the lady. The reason why she had to use that sunlight is because it was pure light, and it cut through whatever was not.
You can't say it on the light.
Yeah. Whatever was not.
My friends for tonight.
Whatever was not supposed to be there. So it did that once it was able to cut through, and then it looks like for me it looks like tentacles. That's all I could make it sound like. I don't know how to make it into the right words.
Like the web.
It looked like smoke tendrils. You know what I'm saying? You're like, I don't mean tendrils, or I don't know how to say the word right, but it looked like that. So
and he's fortunate that he can see this stuff, because I can't see any of this.
The same way the smoke looked like in front of the screen right there. The same way the smoke looked like that.
Okay, cool.
That's what it looked like. It looked like.
I just want to get that. That was personal.
Okay. It looked like tendrils. I'm sorry, I'm saying that word wrong. Tendrils, but it's like coming out. So once it start pouring out like that, it started pouring out first with no direction, just kind of pouring out, and then it got interesting, because then it started to. What I saw was go toward my wife and start going toward her arm, her outstretched arm that had selenite on it. Didn't stop at the selenite though.
Oh yeah, my protections didn't work. I was so mad about that shit.
It didn't stop at the selenite, so I thought that was really interesting how that it didn't. Not that it didn't affect it, because it did what it was supposed to do, like any other tool. It created the gateway in order for you to do the next thing. So like we learning in this process as we doing it, you know, we learning as we're going along. But so anyway, it starts to wrap around her arm. And that's when I was like, see, here you go. Here go the bullshit. And as it did that, I still didn't step forward yet because I wanted to see what happened, and it dissipated. So when it dissipated, I thought two things. I thought either that motherfucker dissipated or that motherfucker went to my wife. So I'm chilling like, all right, I ain't gonna say nothing. So I ain't say nothing, but then the lady was like,
I feel better.
wow, I feel relief, you know what I mean? And
oh really?
And I'm like, all right. So I'm waiting because I know the shit's gonna hit the fan eventually. So she walks over and then she doesn't think she's stumbling and I'm like, yeah, see, this is the bullshit. This is what I'm talking about. Here it comes. So I go over to her and I put my hands on her to try to feel like where is it at, and it was right in the same exact. What's that chakra?
Sacral.
The sacral chakra. You know, it was exactly in the same place. It was whatever that entity was. It fed off of your insecurity, and it made those insecurities grow within you, and then it also fed off your creativity and made it kind of dulls it, so you can't really shine the way you really should be shining. So and it physically it's in your stomach and your back. So I put my hands on her to try to draw, and get it off of her, and she was good, and I made her go outside and ground herself, and I went outside and found something that was living still to try to ground myself to, and it was off of us for the most part. It stuck around. I had this little like sneaky little Loki type characteristic that it wanted to stick around for a little bit, for maybe an hour or so. And I was like, no, I'm not that, we're not that, we ain't that type. Get the fuck out of here.
But look how clever it was to hide from us. How you know us? We don't even we ain't nobody. What could we possibly do to an entity when we have no idea how to do an exorcism? But that motherfucker was scared and left. It left and then told her, why did you bring them here to get rid of me? So Grounded and Gus is now doing exorcisms and ghost busting, bitches.
We ain't doing that. We ain't doing that again. Don't listen to that. We ain't doing that shit again.
You know damn well we'll do that again. Somebody call. You the one made me go to her because I told you I ain't feel like doing that shit. He was like, but she need us. Go ahead. Every single time I be acting like I'm gonna charge these people what it's supposed to be charged. I ain't gonna keep losing money off this shit. And then somebody don't have no money and I be like, all right, I'm gonna do this, that, and the third. I'll be doing that too. So it's cool. It's cool. What else I wanted to update y'all about? Oh yeah, I started talking about the video with the images that I drew. So I had got some, y'all know I'm supposed to be doing War College in April. I was told to do it in a different way than what I had planned on doing. So they showed me what I'm supposed to be doing. So I have to send this message out. And I'm sending this message out and I'm like, I have no idea what the fuck I was writing, first of all. I had no idea what I was writing on that video. But it was like early in the morning, me and my husband was in the kitchen and I was just drawing patterns. And they told me that my soldiers is waiting for my command. So they wanted me to draw this shit out. And then they told me where all these soldiers, what part of the world they on. They were very specific about this. And I was like, yo, this is crazy. So what do I do to give them the signal to come? Like, I know that I had a conversation with myself when I went under one time, and they said that they was waiting on me. But I said, with that information, babe, I don't give a shit about that. They can hear my voice. Okay. I know. See, you keep doing that, and I keep forgetting what I'm talking about. What was I talking about? Do you even know before you interrupted me?
Yes. You saw the banners that you had wrote, and you said you didn't know what they meant.
Oh yeah, and they was saying they was saying stuff like a agency that this person will work for. And I said, why the fuck would somebody who worked for this agency want to come help me? That's weird as fuck. But they said it's not weird as fuck. So I just let it go. And I did my thing, my activation. And I said, I'm going to just sit back and wait. The account number is on there, so they'll be activated. So this girl is asking me to mentor her. And I was like, I have to keep watching you because I've been watching her for about 3 months to see if she's ready for me. And I told her, I said, look at this. Look at the patterns that I put in my last video, and I want you to sit with it overnight and tell me what you think. So she got right back to me and said, the middle one, my spirit told me I can't do that. I'm not ready for that. It's too much for me to handle. They said that she was able to, that she can look at the first one and tap in to that first image. And so that's what she's going to be working on. So I was thinking, what the fuck did I make that it would be too strong for somebody? Or remember, I'm learning all of this stuff while I'm going. But I know that I have so specific soldiers. I know I have soldiers I have to train. I know there are these soldiers that's coming to me who want me to train them. I know there are soldiers that I want to train because they have the potential to go where I need to go. But then there's the soldiers that my higher self sent for me. And that's what the code is. So we end up hooking up with this guy that makes fucking weapons. And I was, no, what? So we hooked up with this guy that makes weapons in a different way than how I make my weapons. And I was like, I'm trying to get this armor that I was told I had to get. And we was talking about it, and it was like I didn't have to say anything to him. I didn't have to tell him which type of chemical I needed. I didn't have to say anything. It was just regular. It just flowed, right? And my husband was like, damn, he know everything you need. It just worked. And I said, don't worry about why I'm asking you this. Just tell me, are you from where? Where was that? Senegal or Sierra Leone?
Yeah, Senegal.
I said, are you from Senegal? And he said, I'm not from Senegal, but I think I got some kind of northern. Did he say northern African in him? Where he was like Israel. He said I got some northeast Africa in me. And when he said that, I was like, stop fucking playing. Because the spirit world, all these other dimensions, all that, whatever.
As above, so below. It's the same.
Yeah, it's crazy. I don't even know how to explain this stuff. But the fact that they will talk to you on your level, they told me I got 2 Mossad agents. 2 Mossad agents. When this dude said he was from Northern Africa, around,
Syria,
yeah, it just made sense. He's not a Mossad agent, but that's the only way I would have understood the location of where he was from. So you gotta put the puzzle pieces together. It's not like this. I'm reading Priority Mail, United States Postal Service, right? It's not like that. It's like cup, bottle that's red. And you got to figure that shit out. Do you want me to put the fucking bottle sauce in the cup? No, that's not what they want. They want you to know that the red sauce in the bottle ain't red. But you got to figure that shit out. So, but that shit was like, it was so clear. Me and my husband both said it at the same time. Like, wow, that was easy. We already know who the other soldiers are. And there are more soldiers that's coming that I'm not aware of yet, but they'll be here soon. So that's what was going on with the images I put up. And I will put up more of my language. I guess that's my language that they don't want me writing no more. I can't do this anymore. So, excuse me, I'm going to start communicating with y'all differently. They're already trying to censor us and block our shit. But how you going to algorithm pictures, bitch? So I'm done with YouTube and all. I'm in jail in so many places right now. I've been in jail for like fucking 30 days on Facebook. And them bitches told me that if you do it again, we're going to permanently take your business page down. If I do what again? They will, they put me in jail for calling myself a nigga. Okay. I was like, they don't give you the option to challenge that shit. They say if you want to challenge it, you can submit this, and then they'll send you a message back and say, we don't agree. That's it. So I set up my groundedfeed.com, right? Groundedfeed.com. That's my website. I ain't put the stuff up on there yet as far as what I have to sell or my services, but it is active and you can go to it and look at what's on there so far. So I'm going to keep doing that. But that is an update. In my first, I went to my darkest state. Oh, I gotta talk to y'all about something else too. Wow. I wanted to do that in a separate video though. Cause it's a guy called I Was Never Here on YouTube. His name is Eric. Now, Eric did a video about rape trauma and how to get it out of you. So one night, me and my husband was in a room, and I was like, fuck it, get them bitches out of me. And so he did the procedure. Immediately, once he started doing the rotation of counterclockwise to my lower spine, where all my trauma is from the rapes that I had, I could actually see the energy leaving me. And I told my husband, I said, oh, that nigga right there didn't rape me. So it was just leftover niggas up in there. And the more and more my husband pushed them out, I could see their energy coming out. That shit was disgusting. I was like, ew. That shit, if I wasn't married, I probably never have sex again. But you got to clear yourself.
That's a whole nother video.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. That's a whole nother video. But my God. And the pain from that was worse than childbirth, I promise you. And it lasted for over a month. I don't know. I was like, damn, I was taking, now, you know, they say you can't take the over-the-counter drugs more than twice a day. I was taking 4 fucking Aleve a day for like 3 weeks. That's how bad my pain was. And I was like, God damn, nothing has happened. What the fuck was in my vagina? But I had never, on the outside, physically dealt with my rapes. Did I? I never did. When the first dude that raped me, when my boy did what he had to do to him to make me happy, I was cool with that. I never went to hit a bag. I never went to like the police and reported him. I never really talked to anybody about it. So all that trapped trauma just sitting in my fucking spine. I can't say rape. Are you saying don't say rape? My husband doesn't want me to say rape. I guess rape.
Or make a YouTube video.
Cool. But I was raped. And if that's uncomfortable for YouTube, fuck you. And you could take my video down. The rape trauma that was removed from my body has made me feel lighter. Lighter. I don't have the same energies floating through me when I think about what that nigga did. So if you do have any kind of trauma in your body, find a place on your body that's always in pain. is always hurting you, you got a pain or sciatic nerve, whatever that shit is, go to that place and then rub it really fucking deep, penetrating, rub it counterclockwise. Just keep doing that shit till you release that energy in you that's blocking you from evolving. And that was the rape trauma. Eric is such a great teacher. If y'all have not gone to his channel, try it out. It's I Was Never Here. I think that's all I wanted to talk about. Okay, I'm going to be doing some videos coming up about toxic mothers. This is going to hurt a lot of people when I do this video. But if we the fuck don't heal our shit, I'm not coming back down here to help y'all no more. I'm not. I would probably choose to be your adversary the next time I come down here because I'm sick of y'all shit. So I'm just being honest with you. I am going to do a video called Toxic Mothers. I'm going to do a video called Bitches for Females who tear down a black man, all the while saying that they're building them up. And I'm talking about my fucking self, me, Fadia. I'm always going to be righteous. I'm always going to say what I do that's wrong. Because I'm cool with it. I do what I do. If I can grow from it, I grow from it. If I don't, I won't. And that's what it is. But I'm going to tell you right now, on this last journey I have seen some shit with mothers that's appalling. And as a mother, I can't just let that shit go. So I'm going to deal with that. And I'm sorry I just taking so long to put these videos up. I am trying to run this business by myself. I am counseling people, doing mining work, doing ceremonies, and now executing fucking exorcisms, whatever. It's a lot.
Being Ghostbusters as well.
It's a lot. So that is the totality of the last month of Grounded in Gus life. What we've been doing. I've been going into ceremony a lot more lately. And me and my higher self no longer get into arguments. Like we in a real good place right now. She is showing me more, which means she's trusting me more, which means I have grown in my understanding. So that's good. And I hope all of y'all are doing well. If y'all need me, hit me up at groundeddolphin@gmail.com, because Facebook trying to, block y'all from ordering from my Facebook page at Grounded Dolphin. I'm still here. I have what you need. I have all the crystals you need. We also do spirit world counseling for couples. Okay? You cannot go to a therapist as a couple and talk to your therapist about demons and entities and fucking holding semen retention and shit and why you're doing it and why. Nah, it don't work like that. They're going to tell you the medical way of 3D to how to deal with it, which is to talk about shit for the rest of your life and never address anything and get it done. That's not what we're doing. Well, it was really difficult for me to explain to the people I was trying to go to for help when I felt like I was going through a nervous breakdown recently, because they are not there yet. They have no clue what me and my husband are dealing with, because we don't have these basic ass fucking problems that everybody else had. We have real live spirit fucking problems. And I know if we're going through this, there are a lot of other twin flames out there going through the same shit. So if y'all need us for counseling, crystals, organic products, weapons, and plant medicine, San Pedro, DMT, ayahuasca, mushrooms, I'm gonna get what is that other one? I'm about to get this other one and start experimenting with it. I don't know why I keep forgetting this damn name. It's from Africa. I got a lot of stuff coming in from Africa too. I'm working with different mushrooms. I'm trying to connect with Bubba Kalindi. He actually is meeting up with us in the mushroom world to train us, and I was not aware of that. So if you can get 9 grams in you, he's there. So I would try it if you know who he is and you understand this world, this life. Then I would go up there, get that wisdom. What? Oh, and I'm dreaming again. So I went to Baltimore and Philly and everywhere else. We was in Baltimore, Virginia, DC, Philly, Maryland. Was we in Delaware? Where else was we at? I don't fucking know. We just be everywhere. When people call, we come. For real, like the fucking Ghostbusters. We really, if somebody hit us up and say we need you, if we could drive there within 2 hours, we will come to you. We've done that so many times. Anyway, that's what's up. That's the update for us. And I am trying to decide if I'm going to continue on making stats for people, because people, my husband said to me,
and she didn't listen.
No, I'm not talking about that time I didn't listen. My husband said to me that if somebody, the person that makes the gun is not responsible for the act committed by the person committing a crime with the gun. Because I've been feeling really shitty lately, because I don't know if y'all know this, but for whoever I made a staff for, I can see what you're doing. That's just what it is. Whether I'm seeing you in the spirit world or I could feel or smell what the hell you're doing when I'm just walking around in my daily life. And
if you're doing something wrong,
if your intentions are not good, I'm gonna fucking know. I'm gonna fucking know. And because I know, I'm like, fuck it. I'm not making these stats for nobody else. But my husband is not happy with that, because there are people who need those stats who will do the right thing with them. You can't stop wrong. You can't. If people choose to do, what's that show we was just watching, that new show, Debris? And it's like, no, we got to get it before the government get it so we can do some good shit with this. Everybody think they going to do some good shit with something. People thought the guns was going to be good. The cars was going to be good. The market was going to be good. Slavery was going to be great. They thought fucking eating chitlins was the shit. Nah, no pun. We all think we are right. Our way is right. This is what it is. And it's, don't fucking use my weapons for the wrong shit, because you're supposed to be arming up for the enemy. The enemy is not your neighbor down the block or one of your family members that's pissing you off. That's not your enemy, asshole. I'm so sick of people not being in control of their emotions. And because of that, you take a situation where you could develop in a sin and you being petty and low. This is why I told that girl, I'll think about mentoring you in a few months. I'm so tired of teaching people shit and they fucking taking what I teach them for the wrong. This has happened multiple times. Y'all have to be responsible for your actions. You can't get mad because somebody is not giving you what you want or doing what you want, and you have these thoughts and you hold on to that staff. That's foolish. You could be mad as shit. You could be mad as shit on Monday at 10 a.m. and on Tuesday morning at 4 a.m. you're not mad no more. But you put all this energy in this staff you holding because you so fucking mad, and now so mote it be. So it shall be done. Y'all better be careful. All right, that's it. I'm out.